Find yourself in the Beachview area of Pittsburgh? Check out the official pizza of this show, Slice on Broadway, sharing an abnormal obsession with pizza we can relate to. Check them out at sliceonbroadway.com and tell them this show sent you.
We crossed the streams this week on Boss Battle. Welcome everybody to Boss Battle number 124, a show in which the writers of InsertCoinToBegin.com get together and talk about video games. I'm your host, Bobby F. J-Town, but before we get to the infotainment and general frivolity of this podcast, let's see what everybody achieved this week. Chachi, how about you? What did you achieve this week?
What in the actual...
I made words up!
Fresh hell was that?
Hey, it was smooth though. I don't know if I don't know if it meant anything, but that was smooth as hell. Do that.
Also, I would like to point out that I did not use the F-bomb.
Thank you.
What, frivolity?
I moved on. I'm doing well. It was a relaxing break. Played
Good.
only 3 video games.
What?
Yeah.
Only 3?
Lego Batman 3.
Nice.
I unlocked Kevin Smith.
Of course.
In his hockey jersey?
And now he's done.
Of course.
And then I had to convince myself that the game was worth playing. Because once I unlocked Kevin Smith, I achieved my goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I am still playing that. I'm about 70% through the game.
I was going to say 100%ing that one again.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
It's not as good as Marvel, but not a bad game. It's a great game.
Good.
I feel like they were pushing it a little with the 150 characters. Because, I mean, I believe you can unlock Bat Cow.
What?
Yeah.
Moo.
Which is a thing.
Moo, moo, moo,
The other 2 games, Simpsons Tapped Out and Farm Simulator 14.
What?
Which I did a review on yesterday, and I gave a farming game a 5 out of 5.
What? What?
5 out of 5?
How great
5
is
out of
this
5.
game? I can't believe it.
It's just one of those games where you start playing it, and you're like, oh, I can do this so much better. And then you do. And you're like, oh, man, I could do it more efficiently if I did this. And then you try it, and it works. And then you're like, oh, man, I could completely expand right now. And then you're like, oh, I did.
Chachi, I can't get behind this because this is obviously a ploy by the Agricultural Agency of America.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like I could go out and be a farmer. I mean, I know how to cultivate.
Let's return to the land, Chachi. Let's return.
I know how to...
Chachi,
Right
return
now,
to the land.
I'm not even kidding. Right now, I own a harvester with 2 attachments, 4 tractors, a trailer, and all these other tools with all these fields that are growing corn.
You're gonna move back home, buy a bunch of land, and just be Amish.
Does
Dude, I am completely done with technology. We're going off the grid.
Does it take 90 days to grow corn like in The Simpsons?
No, it doesn't. Oh, I'm completely starting that tomorrow, by the way. I am completely starting to grow corn in The Simpsons. So
Mike says that Brandine, Cletus's wife, she is another one of those things where you can set it for 90 days when she has a kid. Like she's another 90-day challenge thing. Like you can. I guess if you give her a donut, she pops the kid out sooner.
Wow.
It's kind of odd. So
If only that worked in real life.
But yeah, Farm Simulator. Play it.
is it better than Farmville?
Completely better than Farmville and totally worth the $1.
Nice.
The $1.
I got it for free. I got the full premium version during Amazon $200
Oh, I grabbed that too.
App giveaway.
Yeah, I grabbed that too.
So play it.
I played a couple games. I got one called Cogs. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's a cool puzzle game. I got that one too. So, Sorg, what did you achieve this week?
Oh man, I got my hands on a PS4 finally.
Wow!
Yeah, one of Missy's cousins out there in California had it over, I got to play a little bit of Advanced Warfare. I'm really digging it. I really can't tell you if it's any better than like a 360 version, but I liked what I was playing. It's the first time actually playing it on a PlayStation controller as well. And what was the thing that he was? Oh, I watched him playing a little bit Infamous Second Son, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Really cool. I like that the spray painting mechanism in that game is that controller. Of course, it had the controller has like an accelerometer, like the Wii kind of stuff. So you hold the controller sideways and you spray paint with it, and just like wave your arm to it. That's really cool. And really is a far cry from the Jet Grind Radio days on my Dreamcast.
Far Cry.
What? No, I wasn't even going
Is
for
it
that.
Far Cry?
Wasn't even going for that. And there was another game. It was kind of like Defender, but really cool and with 3D graphics and stuff. But it was like a 2D scroller in a long run. Can't remember the name of it. I think it came with something. But anyways, other than that, mostly again mobile games. Again with the new iPad, I jumped back into some of my iPad games. Almost through the He-Man game that was on there, but there's a She-Ra level now too, so I have to go through that. Infinity Blade 1, WWE Supercard was crazy with all the tournaments and their new game mode that takes like 20 cards to play. And also finish off Arkham City, but I haven't. But I still need to play the last Catwoman Get Out of Town level that I kind of got stuck on, and of course the Harley Quinn.
Get out of town, Catwoman.
Yeah. Got to find that Two-Face apparently. So having fun. I got a lot of gaming in over this time. So
non-spoilers. What did you think of that ending?
That ending, I thought it was great. I thought it was tremendous. I would like that.
One of the best endings in a game.
Oh yeah. It's it's good. It's good. A lot of twists in there. It's good. Even that and the other guy that kind of pops up. That's really behind the entire thing. It's the ending's not what you expect it to be. I like it. So, yep, that's me.
All right. I told my dad that. Well, my dad asked like what I wanted for Christmas this weekend or the over Christmas break, and I said, well, I never get any video games, so nobody ever gets me any. He went crazy on eBay.
Really?
Like he got me Forza 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, Dead Rising 3.
Jeez.
Lords of Fallen, and one other one. Oh, Halo Championship, or the Master Chief Collection, which I played a crap ton of Halo 1. I'm almost at the end, Chachi. That's the game that I'm almost at the end. I'm like right at the end, so I'll have to beat it this weekend. I bought an apartment in Grand Theft Auto 5, which I showed off on Instagram.
Nice.
And apparently people like my scarf that I got. I played a lot of Dead Rising 3, which is really fun. Played a lot of Simpsons Tapped Out. Uninstalled and reinstalled Family Guy. The quest for stuff. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but it was just taking up too much space on my thing, so I had to reset everything. And just basically watched a lot of WWE Network and stuff like that on my PS3 and Xbox One. And I got a Kinect for the Xbox One, too.
Nice.
So I used my gift cards I got from GameStop. I got a used Kinect and WWE 2K14 with it.
You bought the thing that they took out of the Xbox?
I'm telling you what. I actually really like the Kinect.
Okay.
Because I can control my TV through the Kinect by just telling it what to do.
Nice.
It's amazing. Technology, the future is amazing. Even though everybody tries to shut it off during the Hangout.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Which they almost succeeded the other night, but they didn't. So.
All right. We'll get you yet.
Yeah, you will. All right. Chachi, you want to take us around the net?
It is now time for video game themed things from around the internet.
Net.
Runners up. The React YouTube channel posted a video of teens playing Mario Kart 64. So if you want to feel old and want to do some teen bashing, you can head over to insertcoin2begin.com and check that video out.
Insert coin to begin.com does not endorse teen bashing.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, true.
Watch this video. You'll change your mind.
That one kid was like really cocky, and he's like, I shouldn't have been so cocky.
Yeah, he straight up gets destroyed after spending a good 45 seconds just trash talking.
He was like way in the back too, and he's like, Toad's not even fast in this game.
Yeah. Also runner up, the 6-year now, 6-year standing record for Mario Brothers was beaten by 800,000 points, and this happened.
Billy Mitchell.
No, Billy Mitchell.
By Steve
it was beaten by Stephen Kleesef, who did it on an original coin-op machine.
I want them to make a movie documentary about this guy called Fistful of Mushrooms.
Nice.
But he said that it's awesome because he knows that it can be pushed higher. So he'll probably beat it again. It was yesterday. He did it yesterday.
Wow.
So
you got to admire somebody for doing something like that, because I can't sit and just play a game till I'm like almost my hands are crippled, trying to like that takes some like endurance and skill and just
my problem is peeing.
And when your kid has to wipe his butt. Dad!
Like I feel like the hardest part of trying to set a record is not being able to pee. Because if you do it on an old machine, an arcade machine,
there's no pause.
Yeah, there's no pause.
Yep.
So I'd have to be doing it wearing absolutely nothing from the waist down,
And just
like standing over a bucket.
like we said earlier, let it go, let it go.
Yeah, I would just that's the only way I could do this. Or get a catheter. Could you? I'm sure that would hurt.
Probably.
I think
Hey, there are commercials. There are commercials on late night TV for catheters.
Yeah, you just get a catheter and have it run to a bucket.
If you have a catheter,
does it not work like that?
something.
I'm not up on the catheter. Tweet at insert coin TB if you're up on your catheters, and it's using video game.
I mean
Nintendo catheter. There you go.
Yeah, they had that little finger pulse thingy that they were working on. Maybe they'll develop a catheter.
Right.
The Wii U.
And that's the show, folks. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we don't need to go any further than that. We're done.
No, we're not. There's no way we can go any better or any worse than that right
The
there.
Wii U.
Yeah. So
Show title.
Yeah. Anyhow, on to the real thing. Dark Legacy Comics did a post. It was 10 frames of the 10 years of World of Warcraft. Entertaining and surprisingly accurate.
Yeah, I read some of it.
Spoiler alert, the first frame is exactly like the last frame. Only fresher. Definitely worth checking out, though. I got a snippet of a highlight reel video because a player is playing GTA in a race, and they get pulled over at what's being described as like a damn Terminator. The cop shows up out of nowhere, hangs onto the car.
Randy Orton of cops.
Yeah, and it pulls them out of the car while it's going full speed. So it's I have it set to start at the mark where that clip begins. Definitely worth checking out, though. And last but not least is, what if Smash Brothers were determined like the Hunger Games? It's called the Super Smash Games, complete with Mega Man and Wii Fit appearance. I do not volunteer as tribute for this. So that's all I have for you this week. Tune in next week for video game themed things from around the internet. Net. Back to you, Bobby.
All right, it's time for our question of the week. We have 2 questions this week. One from at Matt Mainstream Matt, one of our friends of the show. He got a Sega
One of
Genesis.
your friends of this show.
Oh well.
No, I love Matt. I'm kidding.
Be nice. He said he got a Sega Genesis flashback for Christmas.
Nice.
What games should he get?
All of them.
Be advised it comes with a bunch of good ones built in. So,
all of them.
I don't know what games come with it.
It's a lot of like your general Sega stuff. Like all the Sonics are there, like your Altered Beast, stuff like that. So
I wonder if Eternal Champions is with it.
I think it is.
Probably. I think that game comes with everything.
Okay.
Like, I think you buy a box of Sega cereal and
you get Eternal Champions.
Yeah.
It was
like, I'm pretty sure they sent that game out randomly as like junk mail.
The only guy I remember from that game is the cyborg guy that would like adjust his headset and be like like that's a good memory for me though. Primal Rage, another good one.
Yeah.
Mutant League Football and Mutant League Hockey.
Okay, those are 2 good.
Only 2 games you need for Sega.
Aladdin.
How about yeah,
Aladdin's a really good platformer.
The Aladdin for Genesis was a lot better than the SNES one.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Lion King. Too,
I love these ones that they're putting out here because they include the 80 games, and I think about 20 to 30 of them are crap little Pong and stuff, right? But it includes a cartridge port, so you can play these other games. Like, I love that you can just walk out and buy a legit-ish Sega Genesis right there.
Also, Royal Rumble. Did I say that one?
You were about to. I think I
WWE
interrupted
Royal
you.
Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick up any of those WWE games.
Yeah, they were really good back in the day.
For the time, yeah, certainly. Just I mean, go to the exchange and just clean house, man.
I wonder if Vector Man will work on it.
Write this down, Matt. Write them down. Just start writing them down.
Yep.
All the games.
All the games. Why you get one of those activator things like Chachi was talking about a couple of weeks ago. Hey, do you need a menacer? I got an extra menacer gun if you want to try that out.
Actuator. The worst peripheral of all time.
It was the actuator? What was it, Chachi?
What's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point in having these old systems if you can't go out and relive every aspect of it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we know now that it's horrible, which is what'll bring us entertainment now.
Yes.
Just like the U-Force for the Nintendo.
Right. We know now that these things aren't really good, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't own them.
Super Scope only had 6 games.
Have fun with it. Buy stuff that you wouldn't have paid full price for.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You're like, I was always curious about that game, but it definitely wasn't worth the $50 or whatever. Maximum Carnage, really good beat 'em up.
I own a Goonies game for NES.
Oh yeah, Maximum Carnage was great.
Just because. Like, I want to own the Back to the Future game for NES, even though it's completely horrible, just to say I have it.
Yep.
Like, if I were to go out and get an Atari, first game I would buy, E.T.
Stretch your neck out to fly.
Right. I mean, it's just... if you're going to relive the past, you have to relive both.
Just like Angry Video Gamer with his LJN collection, that just all the terrible games. All the terrible games.
Yes.
All right. Our other question is kind of like a jokey question, but it's actually kind of cool what our friend Mad Mike is doing in Pokemon Omega Red. That's actually a Marvel villain too. But he
yes, it
is naming all his Pokemon after alcohol.
Oh no!
But he asked, how much longer do you think I can name all my Pokemon in Omega Red after alcohol?
The whole game.
Yeah.
because I mean, how many Pokemon are we up to? 400 something.
400 some, yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Like
I mean, and if you run out of names, just walk into a liquor store. You'll see something.
All right.
You'll come up with new names like that really quick. And if that fails, then just start using flavors. Like, 3 olives, dude.
Peach schnapps, man.
Right.
All right. All right, it's time
I choose you, Schnapsachew.
Schnapsachew. All right, it's time for some news bits here. First up, Nintendo is releasing a special edition of Majora's Mask. It's gonna be $49.99. The bundles for the 3DS remake that's coming out. It comes with a Skull Kid figure, which is super awesome. Now they don't have a release date for it yet, but they said it's coming out in spring. So sometime this spring we're gonna have Majora's Mask remake and Skull Kid figure. Sad thing is it's not an amiibo, like everybody thought it might be. It's just a figure. But
here's my thing. Skull Kid isn't in anything else.
Well, they could have added him as like a special character in Smash Brothers.
No, that would be dumb. Like,
but he has Majora's Mask.
He is only in that game.
Yeah, but it's a special edition character. He's Skull Kid. You get $25 in Legend of Zelda Monopoly for beating Skull Kid.
He's only in that game. So they're not going to waste the technology, money, and time to create a Weebo or Amiibo. A Weebo. I'm back on the Wii Wii.
A Wii Wii. A Wii Weebo.
But yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, I could see that. I might get that special edition. Doing? It's only like, I don't know though. Maybe not.
I hear you.
We'll see.
I couldn't hear you for a moment.
Oh, okay.
It was on my side though.
Okay. All right, Chachi, some sad news to report to you. I know you're a huge Assassin's Creed fan.
You, Bobby. Why are you punishing me?
I know.
The day of
this might be a good thing. They pushed back the movie starring Michael Fassbender. It's going to be released on December 21st, 2016, which is around Christmas, so that's a good thing. I think it fits more in with that Christmas kind of movie style thing.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed sounds like a really
but I mean, like it's kind of like a period piece, kind of. I don't know. I think it fits better in that time frame than it does in the summer blockbuster time frame. It's actually going to be released the week after the first Star Wars spin-off movie is going to be out. So that could be a good thing.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
It's the week after though, so it has that 1 week where it could. Just
Bobby?
What?
Did you just call the new Star Wars movie a spin-off?
No. Not Star Wars. Not Star Wars Episode 7. The first Star Wars spin-off movie they're doing.
Okay.
Like I think the first one might be about Boba Fett, or it could be about Han Solo. One of the two.
I'm just making sure.
No, yeah.
I was gonna get into a car.
Also,
drive to Johnstown and just start beating you.
Also, I bought a lightsaber this week. If that's any consolation.
In related news,
it has it's kind of like a Force effect one, but it's not. It switches in between Anakin and Darth Vader.
Nice.
It's kind of cool. But yeah, but back to the Assassin's Creed movie. Do you think this is a good move for the movie or a bad move?
If it
I think it's good because it's gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I kind of jumped on you. Skype, we blame Skype on that one. I think any delay is good. Just if they need that to make the movie okay, and especially as well as video game movies have done in recent years.
Yeah. Guys, the PlayStation 4 hit a milestone this week. PS4 sales have reached 18.5 million. It's the highest grossing PlayStation console yet. They sold more than 4.1 million units worldwide since November 23rd, 2014. So in this busy holiday season, they actually sold a lot. of consoles. According to Sony, the PS4 continues to demonstrate the fastest and strongest growth in PlayStation hardware history. To contrast and compare, the PS3 shipped 10.5 million units within a similar time frame, and the PS2 shipped 10.6 million units. So that's pretty big for the PlayStation 4. I know it's doing a little better than the Xbox. Xbox kind of caught up a bit during that time period, but it's basically kicking Xbox butt right now.
And I gotta point out here, while we always say about whoa, PlayStation's beating Xbox, I don't think Microsoft's losing money.
No, they're not.
Yeah, it's share, but it's not like they're like in trouble or anything like that, right? Nintendo's in trouble. Nintendo's been in trouble.
Yeah,
because they were that low. But
they're starting to catch back up a little bit now too.
Yeah, this is the fanboy thing, but still, like, great video. The next generation of video games is doing tremendous, and they're showing enough to make people drop the money for this. It's pretty incredible to me that they are.
I think as mainstream as video games have become, there's enough to go around for everybody.
Yeah.
Like and a lot of people are going to have both systems eventually. So I mean, there's those people. There are the diehards that like have one or the other. Riz has a PlayStation or has a PlayStation 4 and a Wii U.
Right.
I had a Xbox 360 and a PS3. So I mean, stuff like that's gonna go on. But I think it's good for as a whole, as an industry, that everything's doing pretty well.
Certainly, definitely.
Okay. All right. On the Microsoft front, they have posted a new job description for Microsoft. They have long been rumored to be working on a head-mounted wearable computing device, as well as a virtual reality, augmented reality projects that are going to be connected with the Kinect. But Microsoft's Xbox division has formed a new development team, which the company says it's working on a top-secret project that will push the envelope of today and tomorrow's technology as they explore new ideas from the ground floor. Joining the team comes with risk, they say. Most of what we work on is top secret, and you may not know what your new project is until you've accepted the offer. Not all of our ideas will fly. We will fail, and we will fail fast on some projects. We will celebrate those failures because they are vital to making sure the right ideas take off in a big way. If you want a comfortable standard role job, Microsoft, with no ambiguity or risk, please don't apply. That's from a statement from Microsoft. I think it's pretty cool that they're putting out there that they're going to fail with this, and that will make them better in the long run, because that's what you do. You go out there and you try and you fail and you pick yourself up and you dust yourself off and you get right back out there and try it again.
Are you hitting us with the morality play here? What's going on, Bobby?
I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool that they put that in their job description. I kind of chuckled at that.
I think that it's because of the nature of that type of job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to take into account that trying to use equipment that is unstable at best in like a augmented reality or virtual reality setting could lead to some hilarious injuries. Like,
well, you remember when
true.
the Kinect first came out, people were getting injured in the Wii
right.
remote
I mean,
through the TVs.
If you're standing around and you swing around too fast and accidentally punch a coworker in the face,
Oh no!
or you're sitting on a stool and you fall off of it, I mean, you're gonna get laughed at.
Well, plus not only that. Do you remember when they announced the Kinect? They had that demo with the kid sitting by the pond or whatever,
right?
And like you could talk to him and basically raise this child.
Yeah, I remember that. It was creepy as all hell.
Not quite what they had envisioned for the original Kinect.
Right.
They're not quite there yet, but they're getting there, and I think that's what this means. Like, they're gonna try things. They're not gonna work out. They're gonna, keep doing them till they get it right. So.
Right, and one of the best ways to motivate someone is to just ridicule the hell out of them until they do what you want. I mean,
that's a Steve Jobs way.
Look at Sorg. Sorg does great now because I spent so much time ridiculing the hell out of him, and he just couldn't take it anymore. So he started being awesome instead of not.
Oh my!
He used to not be awesome. Now he's awesome.
Now he runs Awesome Cast.
That's thanks to the Chachi motivational program, and you too can be motivated by Chachi for 14 simple payments of $9.99. I will call and motivate you daily.
That's how much my catheter cost that I got online.
Right. The wee you.
All right, moving on to our final story and our final round question. Sony, they're launching their PlayStation Now service. I mean, it's already been out, but now they've added a subscription service, a subscription streaming service for it that's much like Netflix of games and stuff like that. On January 13th in the U.S. and Canada for $19.99 a month or $44.99 a month for 3 months subscription. The company announced that this morning. They have 100 games for PlayStation 3 that you can stream on the PlayStation 4 and coming soon to the PlayStation Now enabled devices.
That's it?
Yeah, that's what they announced. They're also having a 7-day free trial that will be available at launch. But they have 100 PlayStation 3 games, more than 100 they say, that you can play anytime. You don't have to install them. You don't have to patch them. It saves to their cloud. But the question I want to know, what price would you pay to have a service like this on your console? Like, would you pay $20 a month? Do you think that's a little high?
I think $20 is a little high for older games. Again, they're PlayStation 3. They're not that old. They don't look old from the preview I'm watching right now. But it needs to feel like Netflix. I understand.
Yeah, I was going to say, for Netflix at $7.99 or $8.99, whatever, I have millions of things to watch.
Yeah. Now, granted, we're talking about things that are $10 to $20 versus $50 to $60 when you buy them individually, so that it is a different price point there. But again, we're talking about older games. I don't know about that so much. I think some people will jump on this because, I mean, I could see if I was like, man, I don't have any games to play. I haven't dived into that PlayStation 3 library at all. $20 a month, and I can just play whatever on this list here. Like that's tremendous. OnLive has something similar to this. I think theirs was $10 a month, but it didn't have as good a selection of games.
I think they were more like the freemium indie games.
No, they had...
No?
It was just older games. It was like the last Tomb Raider, not this one, or something like that,
Okay.
Or the first Batman, and not the first, this Batman, or anything like that. But again, this is... we talked about in the past OnLive. This is OnLive. This is the Gaikai technology that they bought. Finally come to fruition.
Well, yeah. But here's the thing. I don't want PlayStation 3 games.
No, but you're the kind of person that's out there playing brand new games. Not everybody that has a PlayStation 4 is... go ahead.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I have no problem with this type of service.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think if you're going to do this type of service, you go further back.
Right. PS1,
you go
PS2.
back to PlayStation 1 and 2.
I think eventually they'll get there, but I think initially they're only going to offer the PS3.
I think they should have started there, honestly. But in my opinion, because you can go out and you can get PlayStation 3 games and play them.
Well, you know what, though? I think another reason why they didn't do backwards compatibility with PS3 games is because of this service. Mm-hmm. I think they wanted to get more money out of their games.
I agree that could be a motivation, but it is a serious issue with hardware. I can't remember the hardware specs of this, but I think they went pretty much the PowerPC and NVIDIA route, didn't they, or ATI or something like that? And everything was all in-house for the last one because they had the cell technology that kind of flopped. Same thing happened from Xbox to Xbox 360, and again with the new one, they are using different graphics chips. You can't just simply build an emulator and do that. Versus something like the GameCube to the Wii U, it's basically the same hardware, not the same hardware, but the same, like it's a IBM chip and an ATI or AMD video, right? All through the line. That's when they're starting to farm out pieces like this, and the way that they write things, they can't just say Halo just works now. They were one by one building emulators that updated into your Xbox 360 to play specific games from the Xbox initial Xbox to make that work. And it's like licensings and patents and that kind of issue, right? So I think there is a technological issue here why they didn't bring it over.
I'd like to see something like this on the Xbox One. I don't think it'll happen in the near future, but maybe down the road.
Xbox doesn't have as much history as PlayStation.
Yeah.
By a generation, and the original Xbox isn't as beloved as a PlayStation 1.
Yep.
So,
even PlayStation 2 for that matter. PlayStation 2 was the console back in the day.
It's so weird, but I think you're right. If they do include PS2 and 1 games, I think $20 is plenty. I think $20 is easy to drop, And again, I can see I generally play all these older games, and whenever every 3 to 6 months I pick up the new Call of Duty or whatever, why not?
Right. I mean, I think that should have been the route they went. Because I can think of a handful of PlayStation games that I would much rather play over the current PS3 games. I mean, that's why I don't own a PS3.
But again, I go back to this other idea. I floated this idea when they kind of suggested it a little bit. I was really trying to kind of read between the lines here. But I think this is happening. They're saying that the PlayStation Now Play devices, so like we're at that point. I can go get a PlayStation TV, pay $20 a month to play PS3 games. Am I right?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. PlayStation Now
if
devices.
that's the case, and then it's one of those and then eventually probably we're going to get these other games too, like from PS2 and 1. $100 for a PlayStation TV is a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
Completely. I'm completely down with that idea. And I think that's a new way to get in there. I mean, if you're a parent and you're like, oh, these kids want the PlayStation 4 and they want to get these $60 games, just doing that and dropping $20 a month on it, that's it's cost effective,
It's workable Sega channel.
It is. It is. Riz knows what that's about.
Yep. So, all right, that's gonna do it for us this week. Special thanks to Mike Allen at Mike Allen PR for handling the notes and tweets for us. You can follow us on Twitter at InsertCoinTB.
Bobby,
you can visit us.
Bobby, I'm sorry, I got a side point from the chat room. Alex points out, Sony, we're talking Sony, it's going to get hacked in 6 months. Hey, here's the other point.
That's true.
How much trouble did we just have over Christmas?
Yeah.
So this happens, you don't get to play your games, period.
Yeah.
If this service goes down. I just want to point that out. That is an issue. But this is a bigger issue. This is bigger than video games as far as those kinds of issues. Sorry.
I didn't want to mention that because of sadness. So, all right. You can visit us at insertcointobegin.com. New articles going up daily, and you can join us live each and every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on live.sorgatronmedia.com for at Sorgatron. At Chachi Says. I'm at Bobby F. J. Town. Game over.
Game over, yeah!
Good show, guys.
Good show. I like that.
Good
Real
show.
solid.
Fun.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.